Welcome to IRIS Episode 2. My name is Paul Arslan, and today, students discuss the Oscar-sweeping film, Parasite. Warning, this film does contain spoilers, so we suggest you watch the film beforehand. The 2019 film Parasite by Korean director Bong Joon-ho quickly rose to fame as it displays masterful storytelling and near-perfect composition. It follows the story of a family of the lower class in Korea as they manipulate and lie their way into working for a wealthy upper-class household. But just when they seem to be succeeding, they discover that the previous maid has been hiding her husband in the basement for over 4 years, and things only get weirder, crazier, and unimaginably more intense from there. Now, let's meet our guests and get right into what they thought about the film. Today we have Finn from LA, Gabriel from El Salvador, Laura from Dubai, Nathan from San Diego, Rumeline from Haiti, and Harry from the UK.
An absolute banger, Bong Joon-ho.
I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I loved it so much that I watched it 4 times in theaters.
It's one of those films that just makes you like fall in love all over again with the whole art of filmmaking.
I don't think it could happen in real life. A poor family infiltrating a rich family and then them finding a crazy guy under the house. But if that has happened to you, hey, then I'm definitely wrong, and definitely hit me up because I want to hear that story.
A lot of the aspects of the movie are far-fetched, but since it's a very metaphorical movie, I'd say that within its fiction, it does seem realistic.
It's a big thing back home. I live in Haiti. You have the rich and they have all these things, and then you have the poor and they can't even eat. Sometimes they don't even have a home. So I thought it was a very impactful film.
If I find myself thinking about the movie after having watched it, that's a really strong indication of how good the movie is.
Then when we get to this weird, underground basement thing, I was like, oh my god. And then when the whole climax happened, I was like, oh my god.
Being from El Salvador, I've seen a lot of culture clash, a lot of social divide. So this film definitely mirrored a lot of what I've been growing up with.
Everybody's like, you have to go see Parasite. What did you think of Parasite? Or what did you think that it all meant? Or it created conversation. And I'm like, that's how you know that a film is so important.
Is its ability to sort of make the viewer feel two completely different emotions at the same time almost, or one in such close proximity to the other.
I think it deserved more. Didn't seem like it was gonna happen. People were like, it's gonna be 1917 or it's gonna be the fucking Joker.
I was following the live coverage of the Oscars in my maths class, and I nearly fell out of my chair when I saw that Parasite won Best Picture.
I think it's amazing that it beat Sam Mendes, Scorsese, Tarantino. I was jumping up and down that night watching it at home.
The script was out of the charts.
Visually, there were so many details put into the movie. There were so many metaphors such as the windows and the rain.
It was a masterpiece.
Was it well made? Yes. I will fight anyone else in this video who says that it's not, because it was.
The part when they all find this crazy guy living in the basement, when the nanny comes in, she's like, oh my gosh, there's someone, I gotta see this guy. And I'm like, what? And then we see it all unfold. I'm like, dang.
I loved the iconic sequence in which the Kim's family is infiltrating the parks.
And I think the music and the way that son is teaching the dad to act, the slow turn with the bloody handkerchief, that scene is amazing.
The ending when he's like writing the letter to the father and he's got like that voiceover and he's talking about how he's gonna work super hard and make money. That's really like the goal and the dream of any kid. At some point in your life, to be able to give back to your parents.
The core of the film talks more about this obsession with materialistic possessions, and which are represented by, of course, the rock, which is supposed to bring prosperity. It's very evident that when the poor kid is like holding on to it, saying that he cannot escape it, it speaks to this greed that we experience as human beings.
when it rains, the Kims' house is absolutely destroyed, whilst the Parks just see it as a minor inconvenience at the top of their hill. I think they're even grateful for the rain because the clouds would offer shade for their party.
Literally, physically, like scenes of below and above, and then you have things like the rich family noticing the smell of the poor. He's simply shining a light on something that exists.
That was a pretty epic scene when the rain's just pouring down and everyone in the lower classes are just, here's the water. They're trying to splash the water, get the water out of their house. Whereas like for the rich people, like the rain like ruined our camping trip.
Well, I was kissing his ass a lot, so I would definitely rate it 10 Scholar Stones out of 10.
A rare 10.
So I'd give it a solid 9.
I rate this film 10 out of 10.
It has to be a 10 out of 10 for me.
I would give this movie a 10. This is one of those movies that is as close as you will ever get to a perfect movie.
The average score for Parasite was a 9.8. We really hope you enjoyed this episode of Iris. Please share it with your friends, comment below your favorite part, and email us if you want to be in a future episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.